What's good, everybody? It's me, Jay, and today I'm going to show you the exact skincare routine I use to transform my skin from dull and dry to glowing glass skin in under a week. Okay, so you know how sometimes your skin just looks terrible? It's dry, flaky, you got acne and dark spots. I had the same thing. A couple of years ago, I had a terrible acne breakout. I had scars everywhere, and nothing I did would fix the problem, which was crazy because when I was growing up, even as a teenager, I always had clear skin. So I knew I could get back to the glowing skin I had before if I made a few adjustments. Now, I can admit that I love the idea of an elaborate and intensive skincare routine. The truth is, those products are out of my budget and they're not accessible to me at this current time. So after a little product testing and some trial and error, I found some products that have become staples in my skincare routine. Whether it's the morning or the evening routine, I use 4 types of products in each process. Both routines use a cleanser, a toner, a serum, and some sort of moisturizer. There's some stuff I do afterwards, but that'll depend if it's the morning or the evening. So let's start with the evening routine. Now, I know that might sound weird to start with the evening, but just stay with me, okay? Trust the process. At night, I like to wash my face from everything that is encountered during the day. So sweat, oil, free radicals, dirt, and I use a deep cleanser to get all the gook out. One of my favorite go-to cleansers is the Cerave foaming cleanser. I'm usually in the shower when I wash my face, but I make sure that my skin and my hands are wet before applying the product. I pour a small amount into my hands, lather it up very well, make sure it gets nice and sudsy. Then I rub the suds on my face for exactly 1 minute. That is important. You have to wash your face for no less than 60 seconds to get all of the stuff out, and make sure you're making circles on your foreheads, your nose, where all that sebum is, on your cheeks. Basically anything that protrudes, you want to make sure that you're spending time lathering and sudsing up that part of your face. After the cleansing part is done, or when I get out of the shower, I go in with the rest of the steps. I follow up with the toner. Now, the toner I use is from this company called YSKIN. The founder is actually a pharmacist, and she formulated all of her products with darker melanated skin in mind. She herself is a Black woman. She's actually Eritrean, and if you want to see more of her products, I'm going to link it in the description below. But I love the toner, and I use it twice a day and have been using it every day for the past year. To make it easier for me to use, I poured the toner from the bottle into a spray bottle, spray it on my face, and then I just pat the toner into my skin with my hands. Next up is the serum. So because I'm a woman of a certain age, I'm 43, I want to make sure that I am putting retinoids or retinols on my face, because that helps with wrinkles, crow's feet, just the aging that happens with time. I don't want that to show on my face, so retinoids or retinols or retinols help with that process. So I'm using the Estee Lauder Advanced Night Repair as my evening serum. And just like the toner, I make sure to pat the serum into my skin using my hands. And now we're at the moisturizer. I just use the Estee Lauder either Revitalize Supreme Moisturizer, or I use the Resilience. Both of those really help tighten and firm the skin. So I make sure I use a decent amount, not too much, but definitely not too little when it comes to the moisturizer. Now, the moisturizer can be the last part of your process, but for me, again, because I'm a woman of a certain age, I like to just follow up my skincare by paying some attention to my under eyes and then also my neck. So I go in with the Estee Lauder Resilience Lift Eye Cream. It has tripeptides in it. Make sure I go under my eyes with that. That just helps with puffiness and also get rid of dark circles. And then I use the Resilience Neck Cream on my neck and my décolletage, which is the boob area. Then I have a big glass of water and I go to bed. A big part of good skincare is being hydrated from the inside out. So it's not enough just to put moisturizer on your skin. You gotta hydrate from the inside by drinking water that will then reflect in your skin. So I try to have a glass of water every night before I go to bed, and also have a glass of water the first thing when I wake up in the morning. Speaking of morning, let's get into the morning routine. Now, because my skin has made all these amazing oils overnight while I slept, I don't want to wash all of that off. So I just go in and lightly wipe my face with the towel, really just to get rid of the eye boogers. But if you sweat a lot in your sleep, or if you're wearing like an overnight hair mask and you notice that some of that has dripped on your face, then you can go in with a gentle cleanser in the morning. When I need to wash my face with a cleanser, I use the Cerave hydrating facial cleanser because I find that to be the gentlest cleanser to use, and it doesn't make a lot of suds, and I can still feel the oil on my face after I wash my face with this particular cleanser. And then it's back to Old Faithful, the YSKIN toner, again with the spray bottle, spraying it on my face and then patting it into the skin. Now for the morning routine, my serum changes a little bit. So instead of using a retinol that will repair my skin overnight, I like to use a brightening serum during the daytime. Something that can help with skin discoloration or just to get rid of dark spots. So for me, as a woman of color, a melanated woman, sometimes I have hyperpigmentation underneath my eyes, or I have old acne scars that look darker on my face. So using the brightening serum really does help kind of erase those age spots. And today I am using the Good Molecules Discoloration Serum. Now typically I use the YSKIN brightening serum, but I'm out of it and I'm waiting on my order to come back in. So when I'm not using the YSKIN, I just go to my local drugstore and get the Good Molecules Discoloration Serum because I have found that it has worked in the past and it continues to work for me. I think this is my second or third bottle. For moisturizer, I like to use a gel moisturizer during the day as opposed to like a cream moisturizer at night. I just like the water-based feeling. It's cooling and it doesn't feel as heavy as the cream does. So today I'm using the hydrating moisturizer from Curology. Now again, your moisturizer could be your last step in your routine if you choose, but I like to follow up with one or two things. If I'm going to spend the day in the house, then I like to put on a face oil. I typically use the Burt's Bees face oil, but again, that's only if I ran out of the YSKIN face oil. Some things have been on back order because of the tariffs, but I'm going to get my stuff in soon. But luckily for me, all of the products that I use are available at drugstores. Even the Estee Lauder, you can get that at CVS or Walgreens. Otherwise, you can get everything else from Target, Ulta, Sephora, whatever's most convenient for you. Now, if I'm gonna wear makeup, then after my moisturizer, I'll go in with a tinted sunscreen. This tinted sunscreen is from Agency, which is a prescription skincare company like Curology, but Curology is more for teens and young adults, and Agency is for more seasoned women and men. So they have a great line, and I really enjoy the tinted sunscreen. This is the deep medium color that I'm using. And then after the SPF, I just put on some light makeup as usual. I am not really a makeup person, so I just go in with a little concealer, some mascara, some lip gloss, and then I'm out the door. But underneath that makeup, I've done a full skincare routine to protect myself from the sun, rays, the free radicals, and anything else my skin might encounter during the day. So here's a quick recap. Both of my skincare routines contain a cleanser, a toner, a serum, and a moisturizer. If I'm doing my morning routine and I want to add a little extra, I'll either add a face oil or some tinted sunscreen. At night, I'll either add neck cream or eye cream or both. The best part about my skincare routine is not only are the products easily accessible, but they are incredibly cheap. Like nothing costs more than $10. So with 4 products, each costing $10 or less, we're looking at $40 for an entire routine, morning and night, because I reuse some of my morning products in the evening and vice versa. Whereas some products cost $40 just for one little, tube of moisturizer. So my skin is, let me just give you a close up of my skin. This is no filter. That's how my skin looks. Again, I'm using these drugstore products, been using them for over a year, minus the YSKIN product, but you guys can use any toner that you wanted, like the Thayer. That's a very common toner that you guys can get from a drugstore. It's really the consistency and the routine that got my skin to where it is and helps me continue to keep it beautiful like it is now. Well, that's all I have for today. And if you guys have enjoyed our time together, then make sure you subscribe to my channel. I'll see you next time with another video. But until then, love you, mean it. Bye.